can't really wish that you would have done something different, because that would change who you are and where you are. So in Star Citizen, it's difficult for me to recommend a player who's starting fresh to do something like that. Like, don't buy a gun, don't buy armor, don't buy a backpack, don't do a bunker mission. Like, space combat is the most fun, so spawn in, get your white spacesuit on, and hop in your pie seeds and do bounty missions. I feel like I would be robbing a new player of a lot of experience, a lot of fun, if I were to recommend that. And even though, you know, the thing is, most of the motivation behind recommending things for new players is to help them get money as fast as possible and develop skills as fast as possible. And grinding bounties is a good way to make money and a great way to develop your flight skills, or going straight into mining and buying a prospector. It's the best way to make money in the game, right? The problem is, after I've played this game for several months, for 6 months, what I've come to realize is that playing Star Citizen is not necessarily about grinding money. You do want to get a certain amount of money so that you can buy a ship that's fun, or several ships that are fun, but at the end of the day, the game is not about making money. The game is about experiencing the game. The game is about experiencing the community and playing with other people. So I am almost to the point now where I think it's better to let new players go in almost cold, you know, give them the correct settings, give them the correct keybinds, and then let them go. Let them die. Let them experience the world. Like, I almost feel like let's let the game speak for itself, because how long are they gonna last? And how fun of an experience are they going to have anyway, if at the end of the day they're just doing it for the money and the new players are just... Because if they're not into the game or the game, they're going to leave eventually anyway. So I would rather they come by a good experience organically, like I did, than be guided towards the best financial security in the game. Like, let them explore, you know, let them experience the growth themselves, because I think it's going to be more rewarding that way. You know, the community is fantastic in this game and extremely helpful, but there's a problem with being too helpful. Like, a lot of people will see, oh, it's your first day, all right, do this, and this, and then do this, and this, and you're kind of like, dude, I kind of just want to play the game, you know? Like, I know for me personally, I don't need to know everything about the game in my first day. What I need to know, how to get from my hab to my hangar, and how to fly my ship in the most basic way, and then let me go, you know? Let me experience it myself. I realize that some people are different than me, and I realize that some people do want to be told exactly what to do and exactly how to play the game and exactly the process and the strategy for making the most money in the most efficient way possible. It depends on your end game, right? The problem with Star Citizen is there is no end game. You know, we're not playing Minecraft. You know, the goal when you start out is to fight the end dragon and get the wingsuit or whatever. Don't roast me, Minecraft people. I'm sorry. You know, we're not playing Warzone, where the goal is to win the game and there's certain steps that you have to take. You know, as a battle royale player, we're not playing Apex, where you have to do certain things to win the game. If you don't do them, you're not going to win. Like, this is Star Citizen. The entire point of the game, in my view, is to experience the game itself. To like being told something is much less fun than figuring it out on your own. And I'm not talking about stuff like, hey, you should keybind your call ATC to F3. Like, that's something you should tell new players. Like, hey, you should decrease your VJoy throw. That's something that new players need to know, because we are here to help new players. And that's something that I'm becoming more and more passionate about as I learn the game myself. Helping new players have the best experience possible is our job as more experienced players in the verse, but the definition of a good experience is different for everyone. And I think I would rather help new players where they absolutely need it. You know, you do want to let them explore. You do want to let them make mistakes. You know, they don't always need the right answer. And I have a kind of pet peeve, you know, and this goes for anything in life. There can develop a snobbery in veterans in a certain genre of hobby or game or interest in whatever you're doing. And there can be a tendency to kind of quench the excitement or kind of snuff out the excitement of a player if they're doing something wrong, but they're also having fun. And I think that's so lame, you know, to do that. If a player is having fun, you know, if a player hops in the Discord and they're like, oh, I just did this thing, it was so hilarious and it was super fun, you don't say, oh, that's the wrong way to do it, you should do it like this next time, like the proper way is like this. To a point, right? Like if they just pad rammed someone and they're like, oh, that was so fun, haha, I just rammed my ship into this guy, then, you know, they need a stern talking to. If they're saying, oh, I just fought this guy in a dogfight and then I chatted in the chat, oh, you're crap, you're horrible at the game, ha ha ha, then they need a stern talking to, you know. If they're not saying good fight, if they're doing things that go against game etiquette that is gonna, you know, hurt them and the player base later, then yeah, you know, let them know. But if it's harmless things, I think it's important, you know, it's a sign of maturity to let people do what they want to do, even if it's not the ideal way of doing something, because they're going to have more fun that way, you know. And if they're asking, you know, for a better way to do it, by all means, share with them and always be teaching and sharing your experiences, but not to the point where they're afraid to have fun. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm explaining that properly, but if you know what I mean, hit up the comments and let me know, because this is kind of an important topic for me. So to that end, I will be making my own set of tutorial videos. I don't know how many I'm going to make. I am going to do one of those, here's how you get from the habs to the hangars, because free fly is coming up. We're going to have a lot of people who are new to the game, experiencing the game for the first time, and I want to help them get off the ground as quickly as possible. What I will not do is give you a process for determining your RP in the game. I'm not going to tell anyone how to play the game, but I want to get them up to the point where they're able to choose for themselves. I think that's the way I want to go. I'm not going to turn my channel into a tutorial channel. That's not what I want to do. Not who I am. I'm a person who just likes to experience video games, and I like to get better at things that I want to get better at. And so you're probably going to see a lot more PvP on this channel, but there will be a mix. There will be a mix of things. Listen, if I want to make a video about something, if I see a need for a video that I don't see out there on YouTube, I'm going to make it. A lot of times I skip making videos that I could do because there's 5 other people who already made that video. You know, I feel like my videos should serve a purpose. If I feel like I can explain something in a unique way, I will do it. If I don't feel like I can do that, I will not do it. You know, I'm not going to go and make tutorials about stuff I don't know about, because you could Google that yourself and get a much better answer. With that said, let me know in the comments if there's something you think I should make a video on within Star Citizen. You know, if there's something if there's something that you think is not already answered, something that's not adequately served in the Star Citizen YouTube space, let me know, because I would love to fill that gap. So that's kind of been my journey through Star Citizen. If you're a new player, I would highly suggest coming into the game expecting it not to work, expecting things to take a really long time, because in reality there's a high percentage that is what's going to be your experience. At the same time, try the game. Free Fly Week's coming up here pretty soon. Try the game. There is no harm in trying something and experiencing something and deciding I don't like it. All right, that's it for me. Join the Discord. Let's have a discussion. Let's play together, and I'll see you guys later.